Ready to do some gardening? Look, dandelions. Now that's nice and cheery thing to see on a cold January day. Did I mention that I have sheep? For those of y'all wondering about all the crowing you hear in the background, I have like 10 more roosters than I need. Hey girls! Aren't they pretty? Baby, hi sweetie. Hyacinth! Hyacinth was named after a flower, obviously. This is Money Penny. She was not named after a flower. She's named after a Bond girl because her mother's ear tag was 007. That's Mirabelle. She is actually named after a flower, not from a Disney movie. I've had her longer than the Disney movie. Mirabelle is a play on Mirabilis, which is 4 o'clocks. This is Rubus, who is named after the very blackberry vines I'm trying to get out of the ground right now. And this is Hyacinth. No, that's Hyacinth. I don't even know my own sheep. This is Camilla, and she's named after Camilla sinensis, the tea shrubs. In that right. This is, he's always got something sticking out of his wool everywhere. He's a wether, which means he's been castrated, which is why he can be in with the girls all the time. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. Yeah, this is my beautiful Hyacinth. Okay. Sorry guys, back to gardening. I'll come feed y'all in a minute, alright? Yeah. Y'all are gonna have to wait. Just a little bit. Y'all, this plant is crinum, not crillium as I've been calling it. So, yeah. I said I enjoyed gardening. I didn't say I was a master gardener. I know, it looks awful right now. It looks like that for about 6 months. The leaves are pretty in the spring, has pretty flowers, and then it pretty much looks ghastly the rest of the year. Okay, well, I got another little area cleared with the cloppers and the rake, just so preparing that so I can use the matic on it. And I almost have Elliot free from all the briars and stuff coming up. I did try to rake this a little bit, but I didn't want to rake up all the cover. You know, there's a good bit of leaf coverage on the ground and dried grasses and things like that. And honestly, if I can leave that in place as long as possible, that's ideal. So I tried to just rake up the bits like this and try and come in and pick up the rest by hand, which is difficult for me since after the chemo did something to my muscles. It made me incredibly weak, and you know, it's been just over a year since my last treatment, and I still struggle with so many things. Like, I can't get up and down off the floor. I can't really run anymore. Things I'm working on every day to get myself back to that, especially since this spring I'm going to be doing a lot of planting, and that's going to require getting up and down off of the ground to do that. So I just got to keep working at it till I get there. So that's the pile. God, tripping on things. So that's the pile I just got out, and as per usual, blackberries are not known for just squishing down and behaving. Oh my gosh, look at that. Now I just have to chop all those roots out. It's fine. Like I keep saying, it's good for me, right? All right, well, let me try and get a little bit more done today. And I need to haul off all of this in the wheelbarrow full from the other day, which I still haven't dealt with. I'm gonna go dump all these real quick. That's a little bit more. It's more than it was yesterday. So, you know, I'll take every little bit I can get. So let me show you how far I got. So I am up to the salvia here. So I'm going to leave that mess alone after I finish getting everything out of this bed. So I got to get pretty much the stuff in the back now. That's what I've got left, which is a good bit, yes. But considering that that's about the size of what I've done already, and I was able to do more today than I was yesterday, and I was able to do more yesterday than I was the day before, I'm feeling good about it. It's going to be a couple of days. I do have to hack out this stuff as well. But that I should be able to do that in one go. Nuggets of wisdom this episode. I didn't really give any nuggets of wisdom in the last one. So today's nugget of wisdom is, if you're gonna hatch a bunch of chicks in the spring, figure out beforehand what you're gonna do with all the roosters. If there's something in your life that you want to do and you're looking at it and you're going, God, that looks too hard. It looks too hard. Like, how do I even do that? And I think a lot of times we get stuck in our head that we need to get a project done all at once. And so because we're thinking of the end result and not those first steps that we need to take, we put it off and we put it off and we put it off. And if you find yourself stuck in that trap, think not about finishing the project, think about finishing that first step. Say, okay, today I can do step 1 and do it. Don't even think about tomorrow doing step 2 or anything like that. Just go, I'm going to do step 1 today. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get that accomplishment done. I'm going to have that feeling of accomplishment. I got step 1 done. And then the next day, concentrate on step 2 and go, okay, you know what? It's time for step 2, and do that. And yes, you're always going to have in the back of your mind the end goal of what you're trying to accomplish. But instead of solely focusing on the end goal, focus on what you can do now, the steps you can take now to start to get there. I am going to put in a disclaimer that I am not a counselor. I am not a guru of the helpful persuasion or anything like that. It's just, I hope though that I can help you guys, look at your situation and think, okay, I'm not necessarily stuck here. 2.5 years ago, I was stuck, or it felt like I was stuck in an absolute dead-end, miserable job. And God gave me a way to get out of that job. And just in time, too, because 6 months later, I got the diagnosis of breast cancer, and He provided a way for me to have free insurance, and He provided a way for me to be able to be out of work for 2 years now, before, and me getting myself to the place where I can get back into the work field and start really joining the human race again. So, hopefully your situation wasn't as as mine. But if you are stuck in a dead-end job, don't think about the goal of, I have to get to here. Think of, I've got to do X, Y, Z, and that will get me to here. Or if you want to get in shape, don't think about, when you're like ripped. You're like, oh, I got to get to ripped. Think, okay, I got to do X, Y, Z today, tomorrow, so forth, to start getting myself to there. Because if you are thinking the whole time of just your goal, like I want to get to my goal now, that doesn't happen. That never happens. And if you put it off and put it off and put it off, then that just means that your ultimate goal is another day away, another day away, another week away, another month away. So, don't know if this helps. Don't know if you switched me off during my rambling. Anyone who made it to the end, I really, really appreciate it. I really do. So thank you so much. And hopefully in a couple of videos, we will be planting seeds in my garden, which will be the first time that's happened in 2 years. So that's going to be I'm just going to be psyched to finally have that happen again. And be planting in my garden. Alright, you guys take care. See y'all in the next video. Thank you so much. Have a great day.